Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. It's a little bit longer than the others, but well worth it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment on any other videos that you would like me to see, like me to do. You know what I mean. Okay everybody, so let's dive in. I just washed my face and I have moisturized with the Bobbi Brown face base. It's amazing. It's one of my new products. I am now about to use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lip primer and try this out for the first time. It literally feels like a primer, like that you would put on your face. Okay, the primer that we're going to use today is going to be Charlotte Tilbury Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash. Sorry guys, my face is a little red. I exfoliated. Tapping motions for your lymphatic. My grandmother would be so proud. I am going to use tape because I'm going to start on my eyes first. Anyways, I don't want it too sticky underneath my eyes, so that's why I always put it on the back of my hand if I'm using this type of tape. I have to get it even. My hair's a mess. We're gonna go with it. I'm gonna do a smoky eye. I'm gonna prep the eyes using MAC Prep and Prime. Look, I smile and the tape's coming up. Oh, that's weird. Just a very tiny bit of this goes such a long way. I always warm it up in my fingers and then just press. Making sure I get all the way out here because my eyeshadow is going to come out here today. All the way up. All the way inside. I actually just got off work. Came home and took off all my makeup so I could film. It's been so long since I've filmed. Especially a full face. Okay, eyes are primed. I really want to use this new Marc Jacobs, their highliners, and I got this one in the teal, it's called Whirlpool. Look at the color. That is beautiful. I'm going to use a mixture of colors and eyeshadows today all over. I'm just going to be all over the place. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to take a MAC 224 brush. It's in my hair. And I'm going to get Beaches and Cream all over my crease up to my brow bone. See, look, I told you I was gonna jump everywhere. I need to do my eyebrows first. I'm gonna use Anastasia Brow Wiz as usual. Comb my brow hairs up. And fill it in. Oof. Okay. I'm not gonna set them until the end. I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner. And I'm actually gonna take the brush that it came with because I'm not doing anything that's particularly a certain way. Just going with it. But I do know I want to wing it. And it's going to be smoky. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So this tape comes in handy. You can just kind of be messy with it and pull it off and done. This is the Morphe 350M palette, all matte. I'm going to take this taupe shade, that second one from the top. I'm going to take that shade first. I should have probably planned this a little bit better because I am just not real sure. I just kind of know I want to use some oranges, maybe. Definitely want to use that Marc Jacobs pencil, but if it doesn't work with today's look, then it doesn't work. I'll have to do something else. I was thinking more of a mermaid look with that pencil. So basically, I am just putting this in my crease area. I've already put the eyeliner on, so it really doesn't matter. You can always layer eyeliner on top of it. So it's not like you're going to mess up your eyeliner. This is going to be a smoky look. I'm starting off with the nude shade up top because I want it to kind of have like an ombre effect, getting, you know, darker and darker and darker to the eyeliner. I'm putting a lot on. Almost to my eyebrows, but I'm leaving that brow bone right there empty because I will put a shade there. And I'm gonna do Desert Sands. And right after Desert Sands, I'm gonna do Chickadee. So boom, boom. Desert Sands is a dark, almost mustard color. It's gorgeous. I'm putting it in the same place that I put the taupe, just a little bit more down in the socket of the crease. This is going to be a lot of layering today. A lot of layering, a lot of blending. You don't ever want harsh lines. I'm sure y'all know that. And I'm going right in the crease lid area. Gives it some brightness. I want the orange to show. I'm just making sure I'm still in focus. Sorry, I keep looking up. Make sure they're even. I'm just gonna get a clean M433. It's a little bit more tapered since it's clean and not used so much. So I'm going back to that same Morphe palette, and I'm gonna take this color right here, making sure I get the excess off, and this is gonna go straight on my lid. And you guys don't have to use the same products. You can use some that are, you know, like the same colors or different colors. Come up with your own ideas. You can use warm tones, cool tones. More precise. I'm going right on top of that eyeliner as well, and then just a little bit above it. And then going out where that eyeliner is. And then following the eyeliner just out. Because you're going to go on top of it with black. So if it's a little messy, it's not a big deal. That's what's the best thing about these smoky eyes. It doesn't matter how messy you get. You can always fix it. I feel like I should be going like on a date or something. One eye I can do this like no problem. The other one I have to like pull my eye down. But yeah. Okay, so you darken up your lash line, and then you're gonna get that small 169 brush, dip it in Makeup Geek Corrupt or any black eyeshadow, and kind of just smoke it out even more. Okay, so now I'm going to take off the tape. Yay! Okay. The mailman's here. Hopefully he has more makeup for me. Alright. So, that's what it's going to look like. You're going to have sharp edges. Alright, so I don't want it to go past my eyebrow, so I'm just going to take this beauty blender like that. I am going to soften these edges right here, but not till after I put on my foundation. Trying to figure out which one to use. Tarte Amazonian Clay or Rainforest Ecstasy. I have been using this one a lot. I have to say, it's really freaking good. But I haven't used this one in a while, so let's use this in its full coverage. Look at the eye makeup we're doing today. Come on. So, I just took it on the back of my hand, and with this damp beauty blender, it's really moussey. That's why I like this one so much. I just dab in all the spots and kind of just press it in. You always want to make sure you get your jawline on all the way up to your ear, because any of those harsh lines, it just looks weird. Like, and then right here, always make sure you get in this little groove. A lot of people forget it, because especially if you do your eyes first, because it's really hard to get in. And I already have my eyebrows done and my eye makeup on, so I'll get a little bit closer in there with my concealer, so I'm not too worried about it right now. This is a scarring that I always try to cover on this side. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up as bad as I feel like it looks like, but I have scarring right here from like this mild acne that I ended up getting a couple years ago, and I still suffer with it every now and then. It's really weird. I had really good skin throughout high school and all that, and all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, well, like I was, I guess, diagnosed by an esthetician that I had like stage 1, and I was like in denial. It's like, no I don't. She's like, yeah, you do. So, and it has left lots of scars on my face because I didn't take care of it correctly. But I think I'm finally getting, oh my gosh, there's so much crap in my hair. I think I'm finally getting a skin system down. I've struggled for so many years. I have super oily skin, like in my T-zone, and super dry skin. So weird. God makes us all different. Gotta love hormones on top of all that. right here, I basically just pull it down because I want your neck to match. I'm going to use Tarte Shape Tape. So hopefully, and a little bit goes such a long way with this thing. With my Urban Decay, and I always like on this cheek, and then I have to just kind of even it out a little bit on this one because of that scarring. It really bothers me. And I have a birthmark right here. I don't know if you guys can see. I always try to cover it up. But, yeah. Everybody has their own little weird things they try to cover. Doesn't it matter if it's on your face? What? But mine's out for the public. I never in a million years would have thought I would have put down my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Ever. Never would have thought. This concealer is like a miracle worker. Like, I have slept like shit the past 2 days. But when I put the concealer on, can you really tell that? It has been, I've only slept like 8 hours in 48 hours. And I just got in from work. Not with a concealer. Right when you saw me. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I got that. You know, everybody has that bluish purple vein right here. I always try to cover that. And then I got pretty close to my eyeliner. That's about as good as this is gonna get covered. This is my new favorite bronzer. Yes, I know, it's a fortune. And this is what it looks like. I literally get my beauty blender and just tap it in there. Oh, my hair's a mess. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. And it's so light. This is like, you can use this. I'm pretty white, but I'm Mexican American. I do tan very well. And my mom, I feel, could use this. My sister, they have pretty light skin. Extremely light skin. And some bronzers are just like too much. Like, you just can't do it. Can't pull it off. But with this one, it's so creamy. Applying it, maybe it's applying it with a damp beauty blender. Maybe that's it. That's the trick. I don't know. But this is how I've done it. And I think this works. It works for me. So right here, I haven't used these drops yet, but I'm really excited. The Cover FX in Moonlight Custom Enhancer Drops. And I'm going to literally put it on my beauty blender. It's going to be my first time to use this. So we shall see. So I'm just gonna, I don't want too much. See how that little bit does. With the Beauty Blender. Dude, I'm ride or die for these Beauty Blenders. I really am. Like it. Not too much. I mean, I'm sure I could make it shine to the heavens with this stuff, but we're not going there. Not today. A little bit up on the temples. And then whatever's just left over, I'm just going to touch my nose. There's not even anything left over. But I don't know if you can pick that up, if the camera's picking that up, but hey, Cover FX, coming through. Okay, so now I'm going to set my under eyes. I also set my nose on the sides because I get oiling here. And then basically set my T-zone because that's where I get oily fast. So this is what I found works for me. And you can do what works for you. Not everybody's the same. Okay, so now that my T-zone, sort of, mainly my nose and my chin, and right here. So now that this is set, the rest of it, it didn't get blended or something, or I'm just red right there for some reason. I'm gonna use the Becca powder, blurring powder. It actually has a pretty dark color to it. If you are very fair skinned, I would not suggest this because even on my skin, the color picks up. But here's someone's hip. I'm just going to not swipe, just push it in. And it is called blurring powder, so I like that, and that's why I push it in right here because of the scarring to help cover it. And then it's gonna set your bronzer, set your highlighter, and then I just go down my neck to kind of make sure it's all getting covered. And then right here. I feel like it's okay. I keep messing with my hair. I can't help it. I can like see it in the whole thing and I'm just like just having fun. But there's no product on here. I'm just gonna push and pull down a little bit and go like so, and it's not so harsh. So right now, you could cut somebody. So I'm gonna put this green on my waterline. Make sure I'm in focus. It is not showing up very well. It's showing up sheer. I'm gonna put the Marc Jacobs on and layer the green on top of it and see what happens. Or put the green on bottom and sandwich it like I just did. Making my eyes water. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can see that, but I'm putting the green on again. It's very, on your waterline, it's pretty sheer. So I put a layer of that on. And then I'm going to sandwich it. So then I'm going to go back to the MAC Forever Green and sandwich it, because I really want it to be green on this bottom lash line and pop. It won't pop crazy like that, like this color pop, but it is going to have a pop of color underneath your eyes, and I've been wanting it for a while, so I'm digging it. I'm going to take High Tea. It's a Makeup Geek shadow. I don't know why it's not. There you go. High Tea. It's kind of like a sage green. And I'm going to go on top of it with Dirty Martini. If it will focus. There you go. It's a shimmer. This is really going to make a big buff underneath. Going right up against that lash line. Into the corner. I really want to smoke this out. Like that. Kind of like flicking it up into that dark black eyeliner color. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's go in with this shimmery bright green. Just to add. This bottom lash line. I don't think I've ever smoked it out as much as I'm smoking it out right now. Sorry, I keep looking up into the thing. Just wanted to make sure I was in focus. MAC 217 brush with really no product on it. It's just dirty, and it was a nude. And we're just gonna use that to buff out and up. I'm just lightly gonna brush Makeup Forever Pro Fusion, almost like just right there in the hollows, almost like an extra contour, but just bronzer. Sunset Plum is how Benefit describes it, but this is the color I'm going to use. It's called Dallas. Let's see if you can see that. It has a little shimmer to it. You can, if you know your MAC blushes, it's kind of like Melba, which I have in there, but this is a little bit more subtle. I'm just barely touching and flicking upwards. Sorry guys, my stomach is seriously like, feed me. Alright, then I'm just gonna touch. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my MAC 239 brush. It's just a flat brush. Grab a little bit of that highlight. Just touch the high points. The small crease brush from Makeup Geek is what I'm going to use for the inner corner. This whole time I'm like facing this way. It's because I have this little mirror here that's helping me. Oof, just a little bit too much on this side. It's very light. I always kind of blend it in with my finger because the brushes right here don't always get it just right. So, very subtle, basically mostly on the root. Of the top. Not too much because it'll make it harder to put the eyelashes on. So basically try to wiggle it at the root. Of course it's gonna get on more than I'd like, but it's okay, so I have my eyelashes on now. Let my battery charge because it was dying. And now I am going to set my eyebrows. I normally use Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. It's like super glue. But I bought this Benefit. I bought it in a set. Anyways, it works. It just doesn't feel like super glue on your eyebrows. So this is what I'm going to use to set them into place so that they don't move. I have that stuff on my lips, that Tarte primer, lip primer. And I'm gonna use the Tarteist lip paint in Bestie. But first, I'm gonna use a little bit of a liner. I'm gonna overline just a hair. My lips are chapped, so bear with me. I hope that I'm in focus when I back this up. Okay, so I always do the outer corners and kind of fill it in, fill a little on the bottom. It's just how I do it. You don't have to. You don't have to overline. You don't have to do any of that. You can put this straight on your lips wherever you want. But look, that's the primer that was on it, and it's like kind of flaky. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like my lips were chapped, but this like makes it look worse. So, I don't know. This is where I'll start to overline just a hair. Once I lay the line down, I'll start moving it out just a little bit. I'm not like a personal fan of the big overlining, but something that's a little bit more natural. Everybody's different. Alright, so I'm gonna try, you know what, I didn't even really overline. Just a hair. Okay. I kind of overlined this lipstick on accident, and now I'm trying to fix it. Okay. Dried really quick. Highlighter. I'm gonna go in with a Merry Luminizer. And I hope the camera's picking it up, but the Cover FX drops are still like beaming through, so I don't think I'm gonna have to use a lot, but I'm gonna use my MAC 184 fan brush and just kind of pick up a little bit. I'm like barely touching. Maybe a little bit on my temples. The only downfall with highlight, and powdered highlight mainly, is that it shows every bit of texture in your skin. Just barely touching. See a bit of something underneath. There we go. Crazy highlight. Looking good, Mom. I didn't even do my Cupid's bow before I did my lipstick. Too late. Too late. I didn't even mess with it. Guys, this is the finished look. Messy hair and all. But I hope that you guys like it.